First dates, they can be awkward. You need a good icebreaker. In movies, they're a reliably good icebreaker. Even better, now with the sponsor of this video is brought to you by Just Watch. An all-in-one hub where you can search for your favorite movies and shows, see which streaming service they're actually on, then proceed accordingly. It's a hub that becomes the easy answer to the more complex question, what is there to watch today? It gives you personalized recommendations. You can create a watch list, like my list, date movies. Cause romance ain't dead while I'm breathing. Seriously, with my list, second date guarantee, or the first date ends before it starts, and now you know. You can really personalize your experience, make lists around actors, directors, recommended movies you haven't seen but feel you probably should have. You can sort movies by IMDb score, IMDb popularity, trending popularity. New movies are added to streaming services daily, and Just Watch tells you which movies and where. And with a homepage with tailored recommendations based on your interests, might just find something you didn't know you'd like. So click the link below, go to justwatch.com or download the Just Watch app. Make your list, check it twice, share what you're watching, whether it's naughty or nice. Hey, I kind of like that. Now let's check up on their first date. So Drop is directed by Christopher Landon, stars Megan Fahey and Brandon Sklenar. They're two people meeting for the first time for their first date. A really swanky restaurant, too. I like that. Then she starts getting texts from this app, which may or may not exist. I assume it doesn't. An app like it might. I don't know. Old man energy coming in. Here's a look at my basement. She starts getting these messages on this app that are pretty much like, I want to play a game. Though there's someone in her house that could kill her sister and her kid if she doesn't do the task, they work out that the suspect sending her messages must be in this restaurant. Oh, the task at hand, she has to kill her date. First dates, they can be killer, am I right? Right when the last word was leaving my mouth, I was like, don't age yourself that much. You're already with the app thing. Out the gate, might as well talk about the stars, because I don't mind saying the stars carry the film. Megan Fahey was great. I noticed something. It's directed by Christopher Landon, who directed Happy Death Day. It was Jessica Rothe in Happy Death Day. Carried Happy Death Day. Apparently the director's really good at that, finding those actors who can carry the film, who can stand out, who have that charisma. And Megan Fahey was great. It plays out exactly how you think it's going to play out. She's getting these texts, she can't tell her date about them, so it's awkward. She's stressed out, she's trying to keep her shit together. She's a mom trying to protect her kid, but protecting your kid means, you know, murder. Even with all that going down, her and Brandon Sklenar have great chemistry together. If you're sitting there on this date, you would definitely be like, this is a trash fire. Complete and total bus fire. Can't look away, which again is great if you're paying for a ticket for it. But I don't mind saying this date is better than a lot of dates I've seen lately. They click, their chemistry's good. More than that, believable. They seem like real people on a real first date. They seem a little awkward, you know, even without the whole mystery gotta murder thing. He's charming, he's believable, he's handsome. He has an epic mustache. Dude, that's the gold standard relatable man mustache right there. And he's not an idiot. They could have just had the movie revolve around her and he's just some guy there who she has to kill. It's not will they, won't they, it's will she, won't she. But it's not that, it's both. It's will she, won't she, will they, won't they. And you're invested in both, which is good for a movie like this. And I like that he notices it. When something's up with your date, it's noticeable. Not just date, if something's up with someone you are hanging around with, it's pretty noticeable. So I like the fact that he not only notices it, but at a point's like, look, maybe we should do this another time. I'm serious. Again, with the believable back and forth, because how are you gonna keep your date there if your date knows something's up because something's definitely up that's weighing on you and you're sweating buckets? Life finds a way. At the very least, movie magic finds a way. Long story short, in order to sell the movie magic, you need actors who can do it. I thought these two crushed it. As for the thrills are the kind of thrills I like for a movie like this. What does that mean? I'll try to elaborate. You know the movies, phone booth, red eye. It's kind of what this movie is. This movie's red eye in a swanky restaurant. You know me, I like those small scale, limited location, if not one location thrillers. This movie's that, and most importantly, it knows it's that. It knows the assignment. So you're in this tension-filled simmering pot on this date that perpetually feels like it has momentum. I also like the fact that they established early on that, okay, well, this person must be in this restaurant, right? Instead, you got the situation, but also the mystery of looking around this restaurant going, okay, who is this? The bummer is she can't tell her date about it, so it's not like they really invest a lot of time trying to figure it out. He's mostly ignorant, but for you, the audience, it's there for you to have fun with. Gotta say, and this is the thing that surprised me the most, the movie looks really good. The cinematography is great. It's just imaginative. I've heard this movie described as Hitchcockian, brought into the modern age. I absolutely agree. But the cinematography, the camera work, there's a point where it goes down, you know, as seen in the trailer. It's not the best shot because it's the noticeable CGI shot. But there are moments where something flips up and around, the camera stays on it, so the background flips. And even taking a shot of tequila looks more cinematically epic and interesting than it probably needed to. They didn't need to go that hard with the shot of tequila. They didn't need to go that hard with a lot of moments and shots in this movie, but they did. It does, I don't want to say flies too close to the sun, but at a point, there was the logic part of my brain started going, wait, no, come on. I guess I could buy the rest of the movie. Probably in most part, like I said, the cast is selling it to me. But there is a point in the climax of the film in which the easy outs start happening. Or the timeline of, wait, how long would it take her to get home if she really punches it? Is it quicker than... All right, I guess I'm done. Unless she's the Flash, the timeline's just a little messy for me. Damn, now that I'm talking about it, there are a couple other things that are sticking out. I'm like, that didn't make sense either. You know what's funny? You have that Hitchcockian thriller element in here, but the other half of the enjoyment is the dating element. Watching these two on a first date, them and the movie jabbing at the dating scene in general. If the dating scene was a geographical location, it would be, you know, Mordor. So mixing dating and thriller, it's just kind of perfect. But all in all, leaps aside that I had to take in the last act, I had a really good time with this one. I won't lie, I saw the trailer for this quite a few times. There are movies I'm like, I saw that trailer once. I saw this trailer for every movie I've seen in the theaters for the past few months. And every time I had the same thought, I was like, could be interesting. Probably gonna be a piece of shit, but no, pleasantly surprised by this one. We got ourselves a little dark horse of 2025 right now. Other movies are probably gonna have more chatter around them, but so far, this is a movie that stands out in a year that's, you know, been this year. You know, I'm gonna swing on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say Drop is worth watching and worth buying on VHS. A cell phone count for this movie, 0, technically. There were 2 people that had their cell phones out during the trailers, to which I have a couple of thoughts. Trailers being a gray area, but when the movie came on, they did shut their cell phones off. But legends have their cell phones off during the trailers also. And they were actually together. They were a couple together. 2 people side by side with their cell phones out. I guess the couple that's annoying together stays together, hopefully for their sake. We're so Drop. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's a thriller date movie that you enjoy? You've already seen my list. He's single, ladies. Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.